Welcome to What the Tech, the channel that cuts straight through the hype. And boy, has there been a lot of hype around OpenAI lately. It feels like every single week there's a new product, a new partnership, a new world-changing announcement. Now on the surface, this just looks like a company that's growing like crazy. But when you start connecting the dots, a very different picture starts to emerge. And trust me, it's not just about building cool AI tools. We're going to break down what's really going on.
So, here's the deal. The public story, the one they want you to hear, is all about innovation. But what if it's not? What if what we're actually watching is a massive strategic land grab, an all-out campaign to seize control of every critical piece of the digital landscape before anyone else realizes the game has even started? So yeah, let's peel back the layers of this official story. Forget the press releases talking about growth and diversification. We're going to deconstruct the narrative and show you the highly calculated, aggressive strategy to put every digital service you use under one single, powerful roof.
And that roof has a name. It's called a walled garden empire. This is the ultimate goal. Think about it. An ecosystem where one company controls everything. The device in your hand, the software running on it, the content you see, and all the data you generate. The whole point is to make the experience so seamless that you never want to leave, and to make it basically impossible for competitors to even get a foot in the door.
So how exactly are they pulling this off? Well, it's not random. Every new product, every partnership, it's a chess move, a carefully placed piece in a much larger game. So let's unpack their playbook one move at a time.
First up, reports say they're building their own web browser. Now you might think, okay, another browser, what's the big deal? But this move is way more important than it looks.
The public pitch is simple. Hey, we're just creating more competition for Chrome and Edge. But the real goal? It's about controlling the very gateway to the internet. If you own the browser, you own the user's data. You control the default search engine, the default AI assistant. You become the toll booth for the entire digital ad economy. This isn't just a piece of software. It's foundational.
Next up in the playbook, they built an app store right inside ChatGPT. At first glance, it just looks like a cool place for developers to build and share new AI apps. Seems harmless enough, right?
Wrong. This is vertical integration on steroids. Think about it. Apple and Google run app stores, but they don't make most of the apps. Here, OpenAI is both the owner of the stadium and the star player on the home team. They are the platform and the gatekeeper, giving them insane power to decide which AI apps succeed and which ones fail.
And of course, this empire has to extend into commerce. Just look at the massive deals they've inked with giants like Walmart and Shopify. This is where it starts to hit your wallet.
They'll tell you it's all about making your shopping experience easier and more convenient. But the real play here is to turn ChatGPT into a massive commerce machine. They want to be the new middleman for online shopping, guiding your purchases, and you guessed it, taking a cut of every single transaction that flows through their system.
And for the final piece of the puzzle, they're coming for hardware. They're reportedly teaming up with Johnny Ive, yes, the design genius behind Apple's greatest hits, to build their own devices.
Now, this isn't about making pretty gadgets to compete with the iPhone. It's about owning the physical portal to AI. The glasses you wear, the pin on your lapel, the speaker in your home. It's the classic Apple playbook, but with a huge twist. The goal isn't just to sell you a device. It's to make their AI the fundamental operating system for your entire life.
So, you have to be asking, how are they paying for all of this? The money involved here is absolutely staggering. This whole empire-building project is nothing short of a trillion-dollar gamble. It's a race against time, a bet that they can achieve total monopoly before they go bankrupt.
Just let this number sink in for a second. $1 trillion. That's the rumored spending projection for the next 5 years just to build out the infrastructure needed for this plan. We're talking about a sum of money larger than the entire economy of many countries. It's insane. And this chart really tells the whole story. You see that giant bar? That's what they're planning to spend. Now see that tiny little sliver next to it? That's their revenue. A business plan that looks like this isn't about turning a profit next year. This is a burn-it-all-down strategy to capture the entire market so fast that nobody can possibly compete. The prize isn't profit, it's total, absolute dominance.
So where are the regulators in all this? Well, right now, they're basically asleep at the wheel. The big conversation in Washington is all about winning the global AI race against other countries. So while everyone is focused on beating the competition abroad, OpenAI is getting a free pass to build a monopoly right here at home.
So where does this all lead? What's the end game? I'll tell you right now, this is about way more than just another big tech company.
If this plan succeeds, it could fundamentally restructure our entire digital society.
Let this quote really hit you. The comparison isn't to Apple or Google, it's to the East India Company, a private corporation that acted with the power of a nation-state. That's the scale of the ambition we're talking about here, a single company that controls the entire digital ecosystem like its own private kingdom.
And some analysts have a name for this endgame: digital feudalism. A world where every single thing you do online, every search, every purchase, every conversation, is filtered through one corporate gatekeeper. In a system like that, you're not really a customer anymore. You're a subject, a captive in a digital realm owned and operated by someone else.
Okay, so let's bring this all home. What does this grand imperial plan actually mean for you? Well, in this new empire, your role gets redefined in 3 very specific ways.
First, you are the data source. Every question you ask, every conversation you have, is raw material to make their AI smarter and more powerful. Second, your engagement is the product. They package up your attention and sell it. And third, you become the captive audience, locked into their ecosystem with fewer and fewer choices. That's your new job description.
And that brings us to the most chilling question of all. You know, the biggest danger here isn't that OpenAI's trillion-dollar gamble fails and they go bust. The real danger is that it succeeds. What kind of world do we wake up in then?
Look, at the end of the day, they are selling you hype. They're selling a slick vision of the future. Our job here is to deliver the truth. What OpenAI is attempting is a monumental power grab that will shape our digital lives for decades. If you want to keep getting the real story without the corporate spin, you know what to do. Subscribe to WtT. We'll see you next time.